It is now day 40 in the Israel-Hamas war. Here are the most recent developments. The Israeli military carried out a raid Wednesday against Palestinian Hamas militants in Al-Shifa hospital. A Hamas-run health ministry official said that, quote, dozens of soldiers and commandos were inside the emergency and reception buildings. Israel said it launched the raid because Hamas has a command center underneath Al-Shifa, claiming they use connected tunnels to conceal military operations and to hold hostages. Hamas denies this. The Israeli army radio said 5 militants were killed in the raid, and weapons were found inside the Al-Shifa compound. The Israeli Defense Forces said that during the military operations inside the Al-Shifa hospital, they have delivered incubators, baby food, and medical supplies. The head of the World Health Organization said that the organization has lost touch with health personnel at Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza after Israeli forces began raiding the facility. The WHO Director General said, quote, reports of military incursion into Al-Shifa hospital are deeply concerning. Hamas says 650 patients and 5,000 to 7,000 other civilians are trapped inside the hospital grounds. The group says they are under constant fire from Israeli snipers and drones. After the Israeli military said it was carrying out a raid against Hamas at the Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza, a White House spokesperson said the White House does not support striking a hospital from the air and does not want to see a firefight in a hospital. Israel's defense minister says the military is making progress in its war against Hamas militants, but that the campaign will take many months to complete. In a nationally televised press conference Tuesday, the minister said that Hamas has, quote, lost control of the northern Gaza Strip and that Israel has made gains in Gaza City. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau called for putting a stop to the, quote, killing of women, of children, of babies in the Israeli offensive in the Gaza Strip. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Wednesday responded, writing, quote, it is not Israel that is deliberately targeting civilians, but Hamas that beheaded, burned, and massacred civilians in the worst horrors perpetrated on Jews since the Holocaust. Several hundred protesters gathered outside the Israeli parliament Tuesday to demand the resignation of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, saying he is unfit for office. Heavy rain in Gaza on Tuesday brought new concerns and challenges for Palestinians, many of whom are homeless and living in makeshift tents after weeks of Israeli bombardment. The start of the rainy season and the possibility of flooding increased fears that the densely populated enclave's sewage system will be overwhelmed and that disease will spread. The first truck to deliver fuel to the Gaza Strip since Israel imposed a total siege on the enclave in its war with Hamas began crossing from Egypt Wednesday. Witnesses said 2 other trucks were lined up on the Egyptian side of the Rafah crossing, waiting to enter Gaza. The United Nations had warned in recent days that it would have to halt humanitarian operations, including the distribution of aid within Gaza, as its fuel stocks became fully depleted. The US-backed Central American country Belize has suspended diplomatic relations with Israel due to its, quote, indiscriminate bombing. Belize adds to the list of Western Hemisphere countries voicing their frustration over Israel's war conduct. Thank you for joining us for this update. Stay tuned as we continue to bring you the latest developments in this complex and evolving situation.